All right, first new rule is September 2017, the department adopted new regulation which closes the open commercial season that we had for harvesting Diamondback Terrapin. So at this point, Diamondback Terrapin cannot be legally harvested. The second rule is actually going to go into effect next week, and this is we are mandating that certain commercial crab traps have to have TEDs, which are Terrapin excluder devices, in all of the openings, and that's basically a rectangular piece of either plastic or metal. It's 4 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches, and it makes the opening smaller, so that helps that the terrapin, most of them won't go into the traps and drown. And so this is going to be mandated for the non-collapsible commercial traps that are set up in the harbors and rivers and tributaries, habitat that's most likely to have Diamondback terrapin. The department has made a bunch of maps, and you can see the areas that are darker green. That's the areas where the Terrapin excluder devices are mandated to be used. And this is going to be available on our website and to our fishermen and others by request. We also have a poster that was, I think it was developed through the Nature Conservancy, and this is going to be given out to different stores that sell crab traps. We can easily get to the commercial fishermen because we have permits, and so we'll send out the information letting them know about the new rules, but this is going to apply for anybody who recreationally fishes for crabs that also uses the commercial style non-collapsible traps. They're a little more difficult to get to that user group because we don't have a license or a permit for that. And so we're going to try to reach out through the shops that make the crab traps. And that's it for now, and hopefully this will help Diamondback terrapin populations. Thank you.
First, I'd like to say that some of you know me. I'm Russell Burke. I've been studying Diamondback terrapins at Jamaica Bay for 20 years or so now. Actually, no, next summer is our 20th year, so that's a pretty special time for us. But these regulation changes are the result of really, really hard work by a number of people who are here today. I couldn't possibly name you all, but you know, our data played maybe some role in these in getting interested in making these changes, but you know, other people played really dramatic roles in encouraging DEC to take a look at this. And this is the culmination of many, many, many years of work increasing protection for Diamondback terrapins. And you know, as someone who's really interested in terrapins, you know, I'm absolutely delighted to see these changes. This puts us in the same general condition as most other states in which terrapins occur. New Jersey recently closed their harvest, and they've required the excluders for some time. Other states to the south have mostly followed the same general pathway. Maryland closed their harvest season some years ago, and you know, as I said, this has been moving actually moving up north as time goes on, and it's good to see New York moving in that direction. The next steps for increasing Diamondback terrapin conservation are going to be way more complicated, much more difficult to do because they're not, well, these are relatively simple changes. These are regulatory changes, way simpler than some of the next steps that we need to undertake. But I think that DEC is to be congratulated for making these changes, and it certainly speaks to the seriousness with which they take conservation of this species. And I, for one, am really happy that they've done that. So thanks.